Hey everybody, happy Sunday, fun day, supposedly. A couple days after Thanksgiving here, and many people are traveling back or they're recuperating from all of the activities and celebrations and frustrations and what have you. Today in DC, it's very dreary and drizzly. And yeah, so here we are. I did a video this morning on how to cleanse and clear, use some of your healing tools, i.e. your stones and pendulums and cards and things like that. So please go listen to that one. I will be live on Circle of White Light Radio this afternoon. So if you have an opportunity to tune in live, fantastic. If you want to go to Circle of White Light Radio in a few days, the recording will be up. I really do appreciate your support, your comments, because this helps me circulate what's going on through my guide team and the work that I do. So one of my main missions here on earth is just to simply empower you to understand that you are enough. You are totally enough as you are. No matter what decisions and choices you've made up until this moment, you are enough. And to walk away from all of the distractive chaos and the clutter that surrounds you, that prevents you possibly from seeing how much you are enough. First off, by thinking everyone else has the answers and you don't, so you second guess. Everyone else is in the know, you're not, so you best stay in the know by trolling and strolling and tattling and toddling and all this stuff that comes with social media information in conversations with other people. When you can declutter, you can see the spaces of openness, things that are cleaner, brighter, and less chaotic on the nervous system, because there's just too much stuff, right? And when all of this stuff is going on and you're feeding and fueling and fiending, literally fiending and getting addicted to all of this information, it takes whatever information and pathways you have and places it way over there. Sometimes so far that you don't even know what thought, feeling, what sense even belongs to you. So, if we already know that the past has occurred, the future has not, what do we have? The column of light within the moment. Okay? And understanding that this moment is what you have, and how do you make the best of it? Do you go out and just keep your tentacles on all the information? White hat, dark hat, who's this, who's not, who's up, who's not, who's dark, who's light, who's this, what's happening, who's predicting what? Oh my God. It's getting everyone from breathing in the lower registers, and you're all breathing in the upper register. So you're never taking a full breath. So then the entire body gets stagnant, because your blood has to flow through what? Oxygen and movement of that oxygen. Period. So, if your soul is here recording everything, and your spirit is housed within the physical body, and the physical body has to move and take care of itself in order to house this God source spirit, so that the spirit can have its experiences through this physical avatar. And you're muddying up, pasting up, blocking up, you're taking your circuitry boards and intentionally throwing water on them, right? Blowing them all up, crisscross them, you're unplugging it, plugging it over here. We're just letting it dangle. These pathways have no idea what's up, down, or anything. So you're completely out of balance. Out of balance cannot have harmony. Out of balance cannot have happiness. You have to go find it. You have to go find things that make you happy, right? So the entrainment of the programs is to go outside of yourself for everything. I have to go to a brick and mortar in order to worship. I have to follow this. I have to do these mantras. I have to do these things. I have to pronounce these words. I've got to get information here. And really what your spirit wants to do is break free. Because that's a guilty ego complex that's been programmed that these things are going to get you through the pearly gates or get you closer to your godlike self, when the opposite is actually true. And when you take action to step out of that old programming into cancel, alt, delete, let me connect with my breath, allow my heart center to guide me, get out of all that stuff. Shut this. Just be. We just had family gatherings. Some people probably hated it. And it was painful. Others may have just taken pure joy into just listening to the giggling and the laughing and the being together. Other people might have looked at it was such a chore. I mean, I had some good times in there, but it was such a chore. Because it's a lot to go through on top of the energetics that's in our airwaves and Mother Earth, who's got all this energy that supports us. Because if it isn't for Mother Earth, we wouldn't be here. We would have no gravity in which to stand upon her. And perhaps listen to her vibratory system. And perhaps look at what we have created here. And if we're not happy with what we've created here, how to stop, drop, sit, connect with that breath, cancel, alt, delete, and go back and clean up our mistakes. And this also goes to all the programming that's locked into your 95% subconscious. That is a constantly moving program that you autopilot on. And unless you consciously tune in and override that by emptying it, regression work, okay, go to my website, there's information there, and open the window and air all that out and take out the dust and the debris intentionally through your conscious mind, override this, step into present moment, create new affirmations, create new intentions, and expand on that and how that actually feels to you. But when we have all this collection of stuff, like I've said before, it's like wrapping yourself in Velcro and rolling into shit. You're going to collect straw and hay and stones and crap and cotton and all kinds of stuff. What a mess. But instead of looking at that mess like, oh God, what a mess, what a mess. This is why I don't stay in my conscious mind. It's just too freaking painful. Or you can say, okay, I rolled in a lot of stuff, intentionally and not intentionally, but I did it. I need to clean this up. And I'm going to open the windows and I'm going to go through all my bodies, my pain body, my emotional body, my mental body, my physical body, my etheric body, spiritual body. I want to make changes. And I'm going to do it one day at a time by keeping it spiritually simple within my life, by consciously overriding the subconscious, emptying a lot of that programming out and making different choices in this moment. And as you go through the day, when autopilot takes over, you can consciously be aware of it and override it again. And this is one of the missions I'm here for, is to teach people to how they're empowered to be able to do that. You have every little microchip, macrochip within this DNA, within your blood, within your flesh, within your bones. And I did a video on activating that. Go back and look at it. You got to honor this vessel. You can have a pristine engine and have a car that the metal, the bumpers falling off, the tires rubbing against the rim, the what do you call it? Crap. You get what I'm saying. You can have windows broken, windshields shattered in front of you, and you can't hardly see, right? That's a metaphor for your spirit is your engine. It's got an agenda. It's ready to go. It's pristine. And then you place it into this beat up old jalopy that you haven't taken care of. And you have to say to yourself, ooh, I can't get to any destinations, or I can't get too far with all of this, right? So you get out and you begin to make repairs, because you don't want to take the engine and put it over into something else, because that would mean you're leaving the planet. So don't give up on that. But there are things that you can do. There are things that you can do. And then sometimes those banged up fenders and broken glass and, so on and so forth of the vehicle are just reminders of, thank you. I've come a long way. Thank you. I've learned from those lessons. Thank you for that, right? Because again, that's a metaphor for what our body gets weathered as we get older, and we put it through a lot of storms. We put it through a lot of stuff, okay? But mind over matter, and then have matter here, okay? If you need any help on this journey, go to embodimentofthesoul.com. Make an appointment for a session with me. Email me directly for a session. Do not use the schedule book on there. It's a little messed up right now. Anyway, present moment. Don't care. Get to the appointment session where you don't care if somebody isn't what they're doing, because you need to work on this house and get it into a very strong place. And allow people to make their own choices on their own journey, no matter how painful it may look to you, or how you might be able to get in there and fix it. This is a time for detachment of all of the stuff that you came in with and that you've created. Is to learn how to purify, transmute, detach, and release all that old ass stuff. That includes relationships, jobs. This is the time for assessing you. It's time. Yeah. And the people around you that aren't moving and budging, it's time to assess yourself and how your relationship is with the things that are around you, that you have created, you've given permission and allowed to occur. So don't beat your ass up about that. It's unnecessary. Connect with that breath. Be in the heart. And say, this isn't working for me. Now what steps can I take? And then what frame of mind and frame of my heart and frame of my physicality, my pain body, my emotional body, how can I help them work with me so I can create a little smoother path forward? And it's done in increments before you take larger steps, right? So much love. You're walking, living, loving columns of light. Own it. Own yourself. And be willing, have the courage to take action, to make changes even if the people around you are holding you down tight. Free yourself through here first. Again, if I can help, let me know. So much love. So much love. See you on the next video.